Well, this is an extraordinary story this evening. It's not as big a shock as it might be in a...
I don't give commentary on TV.
All right, listeners, welcome back for another deep dive. And today, we're going to be focusing on a transfer saga that is just starting to heat up.
Yeah, this one's going to be a big one.
Yeah, Viktor Gyökeres might not be a name that you instantly recognize right now, but you are going to want to keep your eyes peeled for this one because
Yeah, keep this one on your radar.
several huge clubs are after him, and he's a very talented young striker. So
Absolutely.
first things first, for those who maybe haven't heard of Gyökeres,
Right.
who's this guy? What's he all about?
Yeah, so Viktor Gyökeres, he's a Swedish striker currently playing for Sporting CP in Portugal, and he's been absolutely tearing it up lately.
When you say tearing it up.
66 goals and 67 appearances for Sporting since 2023.
Okay, so that's more than a goal a game.
It is absolutely ridiculous. He's been on fire. And it's not just the sheer number of goals, it's the way he scores them, the variety. You know, he can score from anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, you look at his hat trick against Manchester City last season. Penalty poachers finish from close range, and then this just rocket of a shot from outside the box.
Wow.
He's got it all. And that versatility, combined with his physical presence, he's a real handful for defenders.
So obviously with a record like that, he's starting to attract attention from some of the biggest clubs in the world.
Oh, yeah. The Sharks are circling.
And one of those clubs, as I mentioned, is Arsenal.
Right.
So why are they so keen on Gyökeres? I mean, what is it about him that makes him such a good fit for Arsenal?
Well, I think a few things. First, you look at Arsenal's current situation up front. Gabriel Jesus, obviously a fantastic player, but he's had some injury issues lately. They could really use another reliable goal scorer, and Gyökeres fits the bill.
Okay.
But it's more than just goals.
Yeah.
Arteta, the way he likes to play, you know, that fluid attacking style, the high-pressing Gyökeres fits that perfectly.
I see.
He's not just a target man. He can drop deep, link-up play, create chances. He's comfortable with both feet.
So he's the complete package, basically.
He's getting there. He's still young, but the potential is massive. And, you know, Arsenal, they're on the verge of something special.
Yeah.
They need that extra firepower to really challenge for titles. And Gyökeres could be the missing piece.
Makes sense. Now, of course, signing a player like Gyökeres won't be cheap.
Oh, no.
There's a pretty hefty release clause in his contract.
100 million euros.
100 million euros.
Yeah, that's the number.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but there are these rumors, you know, the whispers of a gentleman's agreement for a lower fee.
Oh, really? So what's that all about?
Yeah, so basically, a gentleman's agreement, it's an informal understanding between clubs, not legally binding, but usually honored.
Right.
And in this case, the rumored fee is closer to 63 million pounds.
Okay, so still a huge amount,
Oh, absolutely. Still a massive investment.
but significantly less than that initial release clause.
Exactly. So it makes you think, why would Sporting be willing to let their star striker go for a reduced price?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think it could be a strategic move on their part. Maybe they're looking to reinvest that money, spread it out, bring in a few key players instead of relying so heavily on one guy.
Interesting. So maybe they're thinking long term, you know, trying to build a more well-rounded squad.
Precisely. And that could make them even more dangerous in the future.
And of course, when there's a potential bargain like this, other clubs start to take notice.
Oh, yeah, they come out of the woodwork.
And the one that's being mentioned a lot in connection with Gyökeres is Manchester United.
Right.
Now, they've been having a bit of a roller coaster ride the last few years,
Haven't we all?
but they're still a massive club globally.
Oh, yeah, they're still a global force.
And with the potential arrival of Ruben Amorim as their new manager, things can get very interesting.
Amorim, you know, he's the guy who brought Gyökeres to Sporting in the first place. He knows how to get the best out of him.
Right.
They have a really strong relationship. So if Amorim does end up at United, that could be a massive draw for Gyökeres.
So that could potentially swing the pendulum in Manchester United's favor.
Absolutely. It adds another layer of intrigue to this whole transfer saga.
And what about Arsenal? Are they just putting all their eggs in one basket with Gyökeres, or are they looking at other options as well?
Oh, it seems like they're being smart about it. They're hedging their bets a little.
Okay.
They've also been linked with Matteo Retegui from Atalanta.
Okay, another young striker.
Another exciting prospect. Yeah, he's been banging in the goals in Syria.
Right.
So it shows that Arsenal are serious about strengthening their attack. They have a plan A and a plan B. They're not messing around.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
So we've talked a lot about the clubs involved, the players, the managers. But I think it's important to step back for a second and think about what this whole transfer saga says about the state of football today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this isn't just about one player moving from one team to another.
It's bigger than that.
It's a microcosm of a lot of the trends that we're seeing in the sport. First of all, the financial aspect.
Yeah.
These astronomical transfer fees. The kind of money that clubs are willing to shell out for top talent.
It's mind-boggling.
It's insane. It really highlights the power dynamics at play. You know, the haves and the have-nots, and how that gap is widening.
Definitely. And it also shows the importance of smart recruitment, finding those hidden gems, those players who are maybe undervalued but have the potential to explode.
Yeah, like Gyökeres.
Exactly. And then there's the tactical side of things. We talked about how Gyökeres fits into Arteta's system, and that's becoming more and more important. Clubs are looking for players who are versatile, who can adapt to different formations, different styles of play.
So it's not just about individual brilliance anymore.
No, it's about how you fit into the collective, how you contribute to the team's overall strategy.
And then, of course, there's the human element.
Yeah.
The relationships between players and managers, the influence that someone like Amorim could have on Gyökeres' decision.
Yeah, it's a complex web of factors that all come into play.
It's a fascinating story, and it's just getting started.
Oh, yeah, this one's going to run and run.
So for you listening out there, what do you think is going to happen with Gyökeres?
Yeah, where do you see him ending up?
Arsenal, Manchester United, or maybe somewhere else entirely?
And what impact do you think this transfer could have on the Premier League, on European football as a whole?
This is one to keep an eye on, folks, and we'll be back soon to break it all down for you.
Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.